Good afternoon, everyone. We will now resume our general business of the council today. And next on the agenda are our public hearings. So good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This first hearing is a public hearing on a supplemental appropriation to the county government's FY22 operating budget for the Department of Transportation in the amount of $193,483 for streets and roads, roadside trees protection. A TNE Transportation and Environment work session is tentatively scheduled for Wednesday, January 19th. Persons wishing to submit additional material for the council's consideration should do so before the close of business. I'll just note for everyone who's here to testify on any of the other public hearings this morning or this afternoon that each individual will have 2 minutes to speak. Individuals will be alerted as they approach their 2 minutes and may be disconnected. Also, there may be technical glitches during the public hearing that may need to be addressed by our staff. So thanks in advance for your patience. Ms. Salou, do we have any speakers for this public hearing?
Good afternoon. We don't have any speakers for this public hearing.
Great. So this public hearing is now closed. Next, this is a public hearing on Bill 4621, Environmental Sustainability Commercial Property Assessed Clean Energy Program. Amendments. This bill would amend the county's CPACE financing program to allow climate-related improvements for eligible projects, establish 12-month retroactive financing for eligible CSPACE measures, create a 5-year pilot for increased loan-to-value amounts for qualified properties, clarify new construction participation requirements, and remove the county designated lender from the county CSPACE program, and generally revise county law regarding environmental sustainability. The Transportation and Environment work session will be scheduled at a later date. Persons wishing to submit additional material for the council's consideration should do so before the close of business on January 18th. If you would like to follow the progress of a council bill, the council website has a subscribe function. Go to the council website and use the View Council Records and Legislative Updates link to learn how. Ms. Salou, are there any public speakers for this public hearing?
Yes, there are. Our first speaker is Ms. Adriana Harshberg. Ms. Harshberg, you have 2 minutes for your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Thank you. Good afternoon. My name is Adriana Harshberg, Acting Director of the Department of Environmental Protection and the county's Climate Change Officer. Thank you for the opportunity to testify on behalf of the County Executive on Bill 4621, which further amends the Commercial Property Assessed Clean Energy CPACE financing program, jointly managed by DEP and the Department of Finance and administered by the Montgomery County Green Bank. The County Executive strongly supports passing Bill 4621. As highlighted in the Climate Action Plan, CPACE is a critical tool for building owners to make their buildings more energy efficient, reduce operating costs, and reduce greenhouse gas emissions. These amendments expand the access and scope of this existing financial tool to achieve our climate goals and improve the resiliency of properties in the county. Bill 4621 expands the scope of allowable projects to include water conservation, health and safety upgrades, and climate adaptation and resiliency measures. The amendments also permit a 12-month retroactive financing for eligible measures, introduce a 5-year pilot for higher loan amounts relative to the value of the building for existing and new construction, and make other minor clarifying changes so that the program is easier for building owners to use. Since the county opened the CPACE program, more than $10 million in projects have been financed by private capital funding for energy efficiency and renewable energy projects. Further leveraging these existing opportunities enables property owners to meet the 2018 International Green Construction Code requirements, as well as the proposed building energy performance standards that the county executive sent to the council in April 2021. I'm excited for the passage of Bill 4621 and the prospect that it gives private property owners to improve their buildings, reduce their greenhouse gas emissions, and prepare for the challenges associated with climate change. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Our next speaker is Mr. Stephen Morrill. Mr. Morrill, you have 2 minutes and you may begin when you are ready, sir.
Good afternoon, and thank you to the council for allowing me to speak today. My name is Stephen Morrill. I'm the Chief Investment Officer of the Montgomery County Green Bank. The Green Bank, as you know, is the county's publicly chartered, independent nonprofit dedicated to accelerating affordable clean energy investment in Montgomery County. We became the program manager of the CPACE program in 2021. As an institution dedicated to catalyzing climate finance for building a more resilient, sustainable, and healthy community, we are highly enthusiastic about Bill 4621. The bill will deliver strong results by deepening the incentive structure to make property investments greener. Specifically, it reduces friction across key structural items that have limited the full potential of the CPACE program. Montgomery County was an early leader in the CPACE market. As the county's climate priorities have developed and the CPACE market has advanced, we believe it has become time to advance the features of the CPACE program. Bill 4621 will successfully achieve that advancement through three key improvements. One, it allows for larger projects that reach a deeper climate impact through higher loan-to-value ratios for retrofits and new construction. Two, it creates retroactive application period that makes energy efficiency decisions more regular. And three, it creates an alignment of CPACE with the Maryland state level effort to broaden eligibility in order to reach climate resiliency and adaptation. As part of today's session, I submitted written testimony that I hope is useful to the council and includes our detailed assessment of these financial mechanisms in the amendments in Bill 4621. In sum, the mechanics directly lead to filling in the lending market gap, promoting economic development in a green pandemic recovery, aiding any building energy performance standards that may get adopted, and they demonstrate national climate leadership. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for your testimony. That wraps up our speakers for this public hearing.
Thank you, Ms. Salud. And this public hearing is now closed. The next public hearing is a public hearing on expedited Bill 4921, Police Accountability Board, Administrative Charging Committee established. This bill would establish the Police Accountability Board for the county, define the membership and duties of the board, establish the Administrative Charging Committee for the county, define the membership, duties, and compensation for members of the committee, and generally amend the law governing police accountability and discipline. I'll note that a second public hearing is scheduled for Tuesday, January 18th at 7 p.m. A Public Safety Committee work session is tentatively scheduled for Monday, January 24th. Persons wishing to submit additional materials for the council's consideration should do so before the close of business on January 18th. Ms. Salud, do we have any speakers for this public hearing?
Yes, we do. Our first speaker is Mr. Jude Ashman. Mr. Ashman, you have 2 minutes for your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Hi, everyone. I'm Judd Ashman, Mayor of Gaithersburg, here to provide testimony on behalf of the city on this public hearing and another. First, I want to speak in support of the $5 million special appropriation, which I think you guys have coming up next, and then to request amendments to this bill here that we're talking about. So let me do the $5 million appropriation first. That advocacy is pretty simple. This dollar amount represents the difference between the $9 million county tax duplication payment and the $14 million that the municipalities calculated that they're owed for services that we all provide that the county would otherwise have to provide. We appreciate the support of our county council member friends who have pledged that the $5 million appropriation would be made when possible. And while we're here respectfully requesting that you fulfill that pledge, we'd also like to express our gratitude for your support and consideration. One more thing, I note that progress is being made on the proposed municipal tax duplication legislation that we all want. This upcoming draft legislation will codify a consistent process and formulas to allow for appropriate rebates to municipalities for critical services that we share. And in particular, I wanted to commend Rich Madalino and Ken Hartman from the County Executive's Office and our municipal partners from around the county who've worked diligently on this initiative. The draft bill will be before you soon. Now to this public hearing, E4921, establishing the Police Accountability Board. The city of Gaithersburg supports the bill, but asks for consideration of certain amendments. And let me give you a little background. When the state passed the Maryland Police Accountability Act last year, which is the impetus for this county bill, they did not distinguish between county police departments and municipal departments. Therefore, under this legislative mandate, the county's new Police Accountability Board and Administrative Charging Committee would oversee municipal agencies as well as county ones, regardless of differences between these departments in their scale, their policies and procedures, and their organizational structures. From a city of Gaithersburg perspective, we would certainly prefer to stand up our own board. And I'll note we'll be working with MML and many other municipalities this session to ask our friends at the state level to amend the law. So municipalities will have the option to do just that. But for now, we have to rely on the county's oversight structure and this proposed by this bill. So we're requesting the following amendments. One, in addition to the call for racial, gender, and cultural diversity represented by appointed members of these boards should also reflect the county's geographic regions. And most importantly, at least one member of each body should hail from a municipality with its own police department. Two, the bill requires the board to hold quarterly meetings with the directors of county agencies. This language should be amended to require them to meet regularly with the heads of municipal law enforcement agencies as well. Any recommendations for changes to municipal law enforcement agencies should be made with input and consultation with their chiefs. Three, the bill asks the new board or tasks the new board with advising the county executive and the council on policing matters. This should be amended to include city councils and any governing body that has jurisdiction over a policing matter under this oversight. And four, the bill requires the board to submit an annual survey to the county executive and county council, accounting for its annual activities and recommendations. Likewise, the bill should be amended to include city councils and leadership in any jurisdictions covered by the report. We do ask that the council and staff make efforts to keep the municipalities apprised of developments with this bill and the formation of the accountability boards. We seek to participate and cooperate to the greatest extent we can, and we thank you, council members, for all you do for our community.
Thank you for your testimony. Our next speaker is Mr. Seth Grimes. Mr. Grimes, you have 2 minutes, and you may begin when you are ready.
Ms. Alou, just really quick before Seth starts, first of all, thank you for your service, Mayor Ashman. The reason Mayor Ashman spoke longer than 2 minutes was because he was testifying regarding two bills, not just one. So just wanted to make that clear. Thank you. I yield back to you, Ms. Alou. Sorry about that.
Yeah, no problem. Mr. Grimes, when you're ready, you can start.
Thank you, council members. I am Seth Grimes, speaking on behalf actually of Tacoma Park Mobilization, which calls on the county council to make very significant revisions to Bill 4921 to ensure effective and responsive police oversight and meaningful police accountability. When you rework the bill, please consult the diversity of community members. It is particularly important to involve representatives of segments most affected by police policies, procedures, and misconduct instances. We are dismayed that the bill was drafted without community input. Lacking this input, it cannot capture the concerns of Black and Brown community members, persons with mental health or substance abuse issues, or other individuals most often subjected to police excessive force and other abuses. We object that the bill establishes Police Accountability Board and Administrative Charging Committee membership requirements that make it almost impossible for people outside law enforcement to serve. The bill excludes those who have suffered the brunt of bad policing. It fails to ensure broad representation and varied lived and professional experience in membership, and by failing to compensate PAB members, it raises a barrier to participation. The bill conflicts with the intent of the Maryland Police Accountability Act. Advocates fought for enforceable civilian oversight of policing and compromised to accept a PAB without enforcement powers, but populated by community members. Bill 4921 contravenes the intention to ensure significant community involvement in disciplinary processes. Further, the PAB in particular must have independent counsel and staff in order to objectively review investigations of civilian complaints, review agency disciplinary procedures, and advise agency heads and elected officials about policing improvements, and members must be compensated. Please amend Bill 4921, calling on broad community participation to ensure effective and responsive Montgomery County police oversight and meaningful police accountability. Thank you for this opportunity to comment.
Thank you for your testimony, Mr. Grimes. Our next speaker is Ms. Rudy Logan. Ms. Logan, you have 2 minutes for your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
Good afternoon. My name is Rudy Logan, and I would like to thank the Montgomery County Council for holding this hearing on Bill 4921. I live in District 5 of Montgomery County, and this testimony is brought to you in opposition of Bill 4921 without significant amendment. On behalf of Impact Silver Spring, I am here to express how this bill's proposed requirements for residents to serve on the Police Accountability Board presents barriers to community input, racial equity, and social justice. We in Montgomery County fashion ourselves as a place where racial equity and social justice can be cultivated. Limiting Police Accountability Board candidacy to those who have experience managing or evaluating law enforcement agencies is in contradiction to racial equity measures and community input. Those who are rendered most vulnerable to police misconduct are disproportionately low-income, Black, and Brown. In order to promote restorative public safety measures, it's imperative that those from groups who have been historically affected by police misconduct are given the opportunity to oversee police accountability processes. Moreover, current qualifications for this board deny the opportunity for people thoroughly trained in restorative justice and harm reduction to participate. Such expertise can help redirect our focus away from punitive responses to misconduct and harm and towards more holistic community-based solutions. This bill currently excludes a vast majority of Montgomery County residents who have been significantly impacted by racial disparities in policing. Instead, this proposed board reinforces the strict control over police discipline and accountability that law enforcement agencies and personnel already have. On a national and state level, we have poignantly observed how routine it is for law enforcement entities to not hold each other accountable for their misconduct. It is critical that we invite more socially conscious interventions to this issue. I implore the council to amend this bill in favor of a more equitable community engagement process, more closely reflecting the diversity of our county and perspectives of those most impacted by police misconduct. Thank you for your time. I respectfully urge you to amend the qualifications required for one to serve on the Police Accountability Board as stated in Bill 4921.
Thank you for your testimony, Mr. Logan. Our next speaker is Ms. Heidi Rhodes. Ms. Rhodes, you have 2 minutes for your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready.
My name is Heidi Rhodes. I live in Colesville in District 5. I am testifying on behalf of Jews United for Justice in opposition to Bill 4921 unless it is significantly amended. I have learned in my over 35 years working for the intelligence community that those with the extraordinary power to cause damage to our community require civilian oversight. After the Snowden revelations, those outside the intelligence community created a new civilian oversight organization, which had the authority to delve into every aspect of our work and to institute new control procedures. Rabbi Yitzhak taught that a ruler is not to be appointed unless the community is first consulted. His teaching reminds us that this vital oversight needs to be by and for the community that is being policed. Law enforcement officers in Montgomery County killed 6 residents in 2021. Each life must be mourned, and their communities must have a say in the disciplinary process if the Police Accountability Board is to follow the teachings of our Jewish tradition. The PAB is structured under Bill 4921, fails to enable real community participation in the disciplinary process. First, the bill was drafted without community input and thus does not reflect the needs of residents most impacted by police abuses. Second, the criteria for the PAB excludes the most impacted members of the community and perpetuates the status quo. Third, there's a conflict of interest with the county attorney serving as counsel for the PAB and the Montgomery County Police Department. The PAB must have its own independent counsel and staff in order to fulfill the responsibilities laid out in the Maryland Police Accountability Act. Fourth, like the Administrative Charging Committee, PAB members should be compensated, and the PAB needs an adequate budget for an independent staff to assist in investigating and researching citizen complaints. Bill 4921 in its current form is contrary to the spirit of the state legislation. JFJ respectfully urges Council to oppose Bill 4921 in its current form and to substantially revise the legislation based on community input and guidance in the OLO's forthcoming racial equity and social justice impact statement. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Our next speaker is Ms. Ilhan Kagri. Ms. Kagri, you have 2 minutes, and you may begin when you are ready.
Thank you. My name is Ilhan Kagri, and I'm testifying on behalf of the Muslim Voices Coalition, a coalition of individuals and organizations belonging to the Muslim faith who envision a county where every individual can thrive and develop to his fullest potential. We oppose this bill unless it is significantly amended to reflect the full range of affected communities and fully empowers the Police Accountability Board. The American Muslim community represents an intersectionality of backgrounds and races. Specifically, members often suffer discrimination because of their color, ethnicity, religious affiliation, and the perception that they are foreign. It's important to our community that Bill 4921 fulfill its goals of enlisting a broad range of impacted communities to oversee that justice is done when civilians are harmed by police and to improve policing across the county by serving on the Police Accountability Board. Because this bill was drafted without any community input, without hearing the voices and experiences of those communities most impacted by police and police abuses, we urge you to redesign this flawed bill. For example, the requirements for board membership make it police-centric. Not only does the criteria perpetuate the status quo for police discipline in Montgomery County, it also conflicts with the intent of HB 670. Although the MPAA does not go so far as to provide enforceable civilian oversight of policing, it did establish the PAB, an oversight board populated by members of the community. The intent was to ensure true community involvement in the disciplinary process. The board composition must have diversity in background and experience. The PAB must be structured so that the rights and voices of the most vulnerable are heard and protected. Also, the county attorney cannot serve as PAB counsel while at the same time representing the MCPD and the county. The PAB must have its own independent counsel and staff in order to conduct the responsibilities delegated to it by the MPAA, free of conflict of interest. At a time when police interactions with minorities and people suffering from mental illness have been shown to be deeply flawed and have even resulted in killings by police, we look to the County Council to pass a bill that will create strong community participation in the oversight of policing. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony, Ms. Kagri. And that wraps up our speakers for this public hearing, Mr. Council President.
Thank you very much, Lou. This public hearing is now closed. And again, one more reminder that the second public hearing will be held on the evening of January 18th. Sorry, I've got about 15 pages open here, so bear with me. All right, this next public hearing is on a special appropriation to the county government's FY22 operating budget, payments to municipalities, non-departmental account NDA in the amount of $5 million. A Government Operations Committee work session will be scheduled at a later date. Persons wishing to submit additional material for the Council's consideration should do so before close of business on January 18th. Ms. Liu, are there speakers for this public hearing?
Yes, there are. Our first speaker is Mayor Kate Stewart. Mayor Stewart, you have 2 minutes.
Great. Thank you so much. And thank you to the council. The last 2 years we know have been very difficult ones. And I think it's important that when we do have accomplishments and achievements that we take the time to acknowledge them and to say thank you. And I'm here today to say thank you and to let you know that the City of Tacoma Park strongly supports the introduction of the special appropriation to municipalities for the $5 million. My colleague, Mayor Judge Ashton from Gaithersburg already spoke to this, but we just wanted to add our thanks from Tacoma Park as well and hope that it moves forward. We view this as a critical step moving forward in our progress on tax duplication. We want to thank you all, and in particular, thank Councilmember Nancy Navarro for leading the GO Committee and Councilmember Friedson and Katz for proposing the additional funds to make up for what municipalities are owed this fiscal year. As well, we want to thank Councilmember Hucker for making sure the allocation came before the council this year. We know there are still some steps to move forward on this, and we thank you for doing that. In addition to your review of the special appropriations, we ask for your support for the bill that will be coming before you from the county executive to update the formulas and tax duplication reimbursements. We appreciate the efforts of the county executive and the county administrator and their teams to engage with municipalities to seek a resolution to this issue. Tacoma Park and other municipalities contribute to the drafting of this bill, and it's thanks to this constructive partnership that we were able to move forward. And I know Monique Ashford is here from the city of Rockville, who is the president of our Montgomery County chapter of the Maryland Municipal League, and I want to give a special thanks to her and all her work. The codification of the municipal tax duplication schedule and formulas have been long overdue for our communities, and the continued advocacy on behalf of the municipalities as well as our residents. We are really excited that we're poised to pass the legal framework and formulas moving forward. And I thank you again for your leadership. I also want to take a second and squeeze in and make sure you received my letter regarding the expedited bill 49-21 on the Police Accountability Board that you just heard public comments on. The City of Tacoma Park, again, we thank our colleague, Mayor Judd Ashman in Gaithersburg for his testimony. We did not know about the legislation being proposed and had not been asked to give input, even though the City of Tacoma Park does have its own police department. Unfortunately, we are unable to testify in the evening of the 18th as we have another council meeting that night ourselves, but we will be providing another letter to you regarding amendments we would like to see. So thank you again for your time today and all your work.
Thank you for your testimony. Our next speaker is Ms. Bridgette Donnell-Newton. Ms. Newton, you have 2 minutes for your testimony. You may begin when you are ready.
Great. Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everybody. And I'm not sure why my video isn't. Hold on one second. There we go. Good afternoon, and thank you for this opportunity. I know you are all super busy. I know what it's like to be on Zoom all the time. So I won't repeat what my colleagues, Mayor Ashman and Mayor Stewart, have said, except to say that we in the City of Rockville strongly support those comments and strongly support the FY22 special appropriation to the operating budget in the amount of $5 million. I want to really give a thank you to all who've worked on this. Councilmember Ashton and her team, the MML Montgomery chapter, Ken Hartman and Rich Madalino, you all have really pulled this together. I served on one of the task forces years ago. This has been over 20 years of an effort between MML and you all and the County Council, and I'm very grateful to see this finally coming to resolution. So I have a speech here. I'm not going to read it because everything that's been said so well by Mayor Kate, I'll let it go at that. The one other thing I wanted to comment on, though, is last night under Old New Business, the Mayor and Council discussed expedited 49-21. We, too, are in the unfortunate position of not knowing about this early enough to have taken a position last night, and we will not be able to testify on the 18th because we don't have another meeting, the 17th being Martin Luther King Jr.'s holiday. You will be receiving a letter from us. It mirrors basically what Mayor Ashman and Mayor Stewart have said. Please understand that Rockville also has our own police department, and we very much want to partner with you on these kind of things, but we would like to also see municipalities at the table on these decisions, municipalities getting the information that you all and the county executive gets as well. So with that said, thank you all so much. I wish you a very happy, healthy, and very positive working together for 2022. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony. Our next speaker is Mayor Jeffrey Slavin. Mayor Slavin, you have 2 minutes for your testimony. You may begin when you're ready.
Good afternoon. In my 20 years in office, the nagging issue that we municipal insiders call tax duplication has never been satisfactorily addressed or resolved. All of us are to blame. Now, thanks to the hard work of the Montgomery chapter of the Maryland Mayors Association, also known as Montgomery Mayors, led by the extraordinary mayors Kate Stewart of Tacoma Park, Bridgette Donnell-Newton of Rockville, and Judd Ashman of Gaithersburg, progress is finally being made. I am here today to support this appropriation and thank the council for putting it on the agenda. However, as other mayors have said, I am also here to urge the council to continue to work with the mayors to put a more permanent solution in place. Thank you very much.
Thank you for your testimony. Our next speaker is Ms. Monique Ashton. Ms. Ashton, you have 2 minutes for your testimony. You may begin when you are ready.
Happy New Year, everyone, County Council, staff, and residents. Good afternoon, President Albornoz and Vice President Glass and County Council members. My name is Monique Ashton, and on behalf of the Montgomery chapter of the Maryland Municipal League, representing more than 20 municipalities, we thank you for the opportunity to be here today to discuss tax duplication. I want to note that we do really appreciate the work of the GO Committee, Council members Navarro, Friedson, and Katz for helping to put this forward. as well as the entire council and county executive in helping to facilitate negotiation meetings on tax duplication. We've had a series of productive discussions with county leadership and are very thankful to reach this historic moment. We are now at an important juncture where you have the opportunity to resolve more than 2 decades worth of negotiations on municipal tax duplication issues. We really appreciate that you have an opportunity to start with the $5 million. And by way of background, the listening public, just briefly, tax duplication occurs when the county and municipality both levy a property tax on a municipal taxpayer to fund a service that the municipality provides. There are also important shared services like police that help to keep our cities and counties safe. We strongly support the FY22 special appropriation to the operating budget in the amounts of $5 million for payments to municipalities. This funding is critically important to our cities, and we have made concessions in the spirit of negotiation. And we're keenly aware that this does not, recompense the residents in the 10 years of rebate formulas that were not paid. However, we see this as an opportunity to move forward with positive progress. While I'm with you today, I do also want to note that we have worked very diligently with county leadership, Chief Administrative Officer Rich Madaleno, Ken Hartman, OMB, and the Montgomery County Police leadership to develop a draft bill, which will be coming before you. And we're pleased that we have agreed on a forward progress. Enactment of the special appropriation and the draft bill will help codify municipal tax duplication, the process and formulas, set out a path for 100% phase implementation, and modify county law to finally permit reimbursement of police services. There are a number of municipalities that provide that service. Please note that we also have made concessions in the way of a refined list of eligible services if the full draft bill is approved. In closing, the special appropriation is a critical first step for meaningful progress on tax duplications and achieving tax equity for all of our residents. We're so thankful to this county council for taking on this issue, as well as all the staff leadership we've worked with. And I also want to thank the mayors who have spoken before me so eloquently. This is our time, a time that we can finally really move forward on this area, and we strongly urge you to approve the $5 million and then take up the draft bill. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you for your testimony. Our next speaker is Ms. Jean Capps. Ms. Capps, you have 2 minutes for your testimony, and you may begin when you are ready. We can't hear you. You need to unmute your microphone.
Hi, my name is Jean Capps. I live at 6737 Eastern Avenue, Tacoma Park, Maryland, 20910. We've lived here for 35 years, but I've lived in the county since 1956, and I went through all of the county school system, including Montgomery College, and I know very well about the importance of taxes and what they support. In Tacoma Park, we know we're going to pay higher taxes, but we don't agree to pay twice for services we receive once. And as long as we have lived here, it has been an issue that the county does not reimburse the city of Tacoma Park for the police and for other services that Montgomery County would have to provide for us if the city of Tacoma Park did not. We thank very much the council members, Hucker, Navarro, Katz, and others who have worked so hard to try to address this. So what we speak, I also am part of an informal group of taxpayers called Tax Justice for Tacoma Park. And we've been looking at this issue. A number of the council members heard from us during, most of this year. So we're in favor of the special appropriation, tying it with the need for a permanent solution and a formula so we don't have to come and argue our way all the way through the council and with the county executive over the years. One of the issues, this particularly hits seniors. We have an aging population here, and we're getting to the point where we're going to pay off our mortgage in a few years, but our property taxes will not go away, and they're almost the same amount as what we're paying for our mortgage now. Usually when we've asked about this, they have said, well, we have special programs for people like you. If you look closely at the eligibility for those special programs, most of us don't qualify. So thank you again. We speak in favor of the special appropriation. It's a very important first step, but there needs to be a long-term solution. And thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak.
Thank you for your testimony, Ms. Capps. And that wraps up our speakers for this public hearing, Mr. Council President.
I think we've lost them. Maybe.
Yeah, I think we might have lost the Council President.
Yeah, he indicated he was having a Wi-Fi problem, but was there he is.
I thought the vice president was going to have his big day today. Ready to.
It's not January 6th.
Yeah, he may still.
Alexander Haig.
Ms. Salou,
Yes.
Are there any more speakers
No.
in this public hearing?
We've wrapped up the list for this public hearing.
Okay, then this public hearing is now closed. We now move on to item number 8. I'd like to call on the chair of our Education and Culture Committee, Councilmember Rice, who would like to say a few words about this item.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. President. And I just wanted to make sure that folks knew that this was something that came directly to council, especially my colleagues on the Education and Culture Committee, because it solidifies what we had already done in our previous meetings back in September when we talked about adjusting the CIP to make sure that we would capitalize on every state dollar that we had available to us through Build Back Better and adjusting our estimated state aid that now is going to offset the cost of the increases assumed by using prevailing wage rates for these various school projects. I really want to thank the Office of Management and Budget, Mary Beck. I want to thank MCPS and Seth Adams and Keith Levchenko from our staff, who have all worked tirelessly to really make sure that we're maximizing every single dollar when it comes to school construction. And so this is a case in which we all work together hand in hand to make sure that the decisions we made would not only be in the best interest of the public, making sure that we have high quality, high paying jobs for employees that are working on these projects, but also that we're maximizing the dollars that were set aside by the state. So I really want to thank our state partners in Annapolis as well for really helping us to make sure that these projects ended up being where they are. And so just wanted to make sure that that staff knew, or I'm sorry, that my colleagues knew about the great work that staff has been doing and the reason why this came over directly to council without going to council committee, because we had already discussed this in our previous work sessions before the end of last year. Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chairman Rice, for that context. It's important. So this is a public hearing on special appropriations to Montgomery County Public Schools FY22 capital budget and amendments to the FY21 through 26 capital improvements program, Clarksburg cluster, in the amount of sorry, everybody. It's just one of those days. Ms. Salou, are there hearing?
No, there are no speakers for this public hearing.
Darn it.
I'd like to move the appropriation, Mr. President.
Second.
All right, moved by Councilmember Rice, seconded by Councilmember Fraser. All those in favor, please raise your hand. And that is unanimous. Colleagues, I need 1 minute. life happens, everybody. Apologies. We got a dog, as I shared with you all in our retreat yesterday. Still working out the kinks. Let's move on to the next item on the agenda, which is our district council session. This is an action, a hearing examiner's report and recommendation on local map amendment, LMA application number H141 for amendments to the zoning ordinance map. Ms. Nadeau, could you please give an overview of this item?
Good afternoon, council members. So this is a local map amendment to rezone about 8 acres of property in White Oak from the CR to the CRF zone. So this rezoning is going to allow the development of multifamily dwelling units, and council must find a couple things. First, that it conforms with the master plan, that it's compatible with adjacent uses, is served by adequate public facilities, and satisfies the intent and standards of the new zone. So OZA is recommending approval, and we have with us Lynn Robison-Hannon, the hearing examiner, who's going to present this local map amendment to the council.
Good afternoon. Life happens, as you say. This is a 7.6 acre property in an older industrial park, the West Farm Technology Park, and it's only, right now it's exclusively commercial, retail, office, and industrial uses, and this is the first residential project in this area since 1988. It's currently zone CR. They're asking for adjustments in the FAR, the mix of uses, and a slight increase in the height so that they can put up to 400 residential units, 15% of which are going to be MPDUs. The White Oak Science Gateway Master Plan designates this area as a major activity center, and it's right near the Flash BRT station that the county is investing in. The goal for these cities is to create a live, work, play, mixed-use environment. And while this is a single use, it does add to the existing uses to create a mixed use in the environment in the broader area. It meets all the requirements of the zoning ordinance, and it conforms to the master plan. And for that reason, I recommended approval of the application.
All right, we have speakers. I'll now call on Councilmember Reamer.
I was just going to ask if we need a motion. I think the hearing examiner and the board has done a marvelous job working this through, and we should approve this application.
Great. Councilmember Hucker, did you want to say something?
I second Councilmember Reamer's motion. Thanks to Lynn for her analysis of this, and to Sue Cho for her work on this. I know this area very well, and obviously it's in the heart of my district. I think this change is very consistent with the housing crisis that we declared, with our smart growth approach to the climate emergency that we've declared, to the it'll help sustain the BRT project, of course, and help to sustain the neighborhood retail there and quite popular with the community. So I think it's a good change in the right direction, very consistent with multiple goals, including our racial equity and social justice policy as well. So I think we should move ahead, and I'm grateful for the recommendation.
Great. Thank you very much for those comments, Councilmember Hucker. We have a motion and a second. Is this a roll call vote, Ms. Nadeau, or is this by hand vote?
I believe it is a roll call vote.
Great. So let's call the roll.
Mr. Glass? Can
Yes.
you hear me? Oh, thank you. Mr. Glass votes yes. Mr. Jawando?
Yes.
Mr. Jawando votes yes. Mr. Reamer?
Woof.
Mr. Reamer votes
Yes.
yes. Ms. Navarro?
Yes.
Ms. Navarro votes yes. Mr. Rice?
Yes.
Mr. Rice votes yes. Mr. Friedson?
Yes.
Mr. Friedson votes yes. Mr. Katz?
Yes.
Mr. Katz votes yes. Mr. Albornoz.
Yes.
Mr. Albornoz votes yes. Mr. Hucker.
Yes.
Mr. Hucker votes yes.
All right, so that is unanimous.
Thank you.
I think Hans voted twice, hearing that.
He did. All right, we now move on to the next item on the agenda. Sorry, everybody. This is not going well. Just give me one more second. Thanks. We have a worker upstairs that is having them come off, go a little crazy. But I'm going to take note of that and won't make that same mistake again next time. So thanks, everybody. All right. The next item is item B. This is sectional map amendments, SMA H142, to implement and approve an adopted Shady Grove minor master plan amendment. Ms. Dunn, could you please describe this item for us?
Sure. Good afternoon. As you know, the council approved and adopted the Shady Grove minor master plan amendment back this fall, or I guess it was actually last spring. Following the adoption of a master plan, planning staff goes through and they create what's called the sectional map amendment, is the mapping to implement the zoning recommended and approved by the council for the master plan area. That SMA was filed in August. And we held a public hearing this fall. There was only one speaker for the public hearing. It was Chair Anderson, who spoke in support of the sectional map amendment. This has not gone to the Fed committee because there were no speakers for the testimony, and it really is implementing all the decisions that the council has previously made for zoning for this master plan. I don't know if there's any questions about it. Otherwise, it seems pretty straightforward.
Great. Hearing no questions, can I get a motion to approve this action?
So moved.
So moved by Councilmember Reamer, seconded by Councilmember Rice. This is also a roll call vote, so could we please call the roll?
Just 1 second, Mr. President. I apologize. My apologies. Mr. Friedson.
Yes.
Mr. Friedson votes yes. Mr. Jawando.
Yes.
Mr. Jawando votes yes. Mr. Reamer.
Yes.
Mr. Reamer votes yes. Ms. Navarro.
Yes.
Ms. Navarro votes yes. Mr. Rice.
Yes.
Mr. Rice votes yes. Mr. Katz.
Yes.
Mr. Katz votes yes. Mr. Hucker.
Yes.
Mr. Hucker votes yes. Mr. Glass.
Yes.
Mr. Glass votes yes. Mr. Albornoz.
Yes.
Mr. Albornoz votes yes.
So let the record show that that passed unanimously as well. We now move on to item C. This is an announcement. Public hearing on the planning board draft of the Silver Spring Downtown and Adjacent Communities Plan is scheduled for February 17th at 7:30 p.m. Ms. Dunn, would you like to make any comments about this or any of my colleagues?
Sorry, I don't think so. I just, as the council knows, you've recently received this plan. It was approved by the planning board last week and transmitted to you yesterday. So this is an announcement for the public hearing, which requires a 30-day minimum public hearing time period announcement. And the Fed committee will take up this plan following that public hearing.
Great. So that was just an announcement. So we now move on to item number D. This is again an announcement that a public hearing on the corridor forward, the I-270 transit plan, is scheduled for February 15th at 7:30 p.m. For this hearing, the council also wishes to solicit public testimony on the choice of the priority transit project to be funded with ongoing toll revenue from Phase 1 South and Phase 1 North of the Maryland Department of Transportation I-270, I-495 Managed Lane Study. Mr. Orland, do you have any comments about this announcement? Dr. Orland, sorry.
I don't believe he's on right now because it was just an announcement.
Got it. Okay. Then we can move on to the next item on the agenda, which is legislative session day 2, introduction of bills.
Mr. Council President.
Sorry about that, Councilmember Reamer.
That's okay. I was happy to provide just a little more context on that previous item if you'd like.
No, that would be wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you. And thank you for the letter you sent to Secretary Slater on behalf of the majority of the council recently, following up on our discussions about the governor's proposed project for American Legion Bridge in 270 and how we have insisted that anticipated toll revenue should be used for a priority transit project that we would identify in partnership with the state and the municipalities as appropriate, and that the project be constructed concurrently with the Governor's Managed Lanes or Opportunity Lanes project. And we requested that the governor convene, or the state Department of Transportation convene a work group with the county and other stakeholders to consider the designation of the county's project and to bring forward financing issues and to identify our concrete steps that we'll take on our path forward. And as part of that, as you noted, we would seek public input. We have fortuitously the I-270 corridor priority, the corridor plan coming to us. And so what we have outlined in a memo to council members and generally in the letter to the state as well is that we will invite the public to provide testimony as to a preferred transit alternative at that time. And then we would use that public engagement to help inform our deliberation through the work group process and ultimately the designation of a transit project. So I'm sure the council will follow up with additional information for that public awareness to inform that engagement process, but we're sort of getting started here. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Councilmember Reamer. We now will move on to the next item on the agenda, which is our legislative session, day number 2, introduction of bills. The first bill that will be introduced is Bill 122, Eating and Drinking Establishments, Healthy Meals for Children. Our lead sponsor is Councilmember Rice, and this is being co-sponsored by myself and Councilmember Jawando. Councilmember Rice, would you like to say a few words about this introduction?
I do, and thank you very much. And I think there are a couple others, including Councilmember Hucker and a few others who've also signed on. I would invite all of my colleagues to please help us to support this bill. This is a bill that basically says that any food service facility or restaurant that offers a children's meal has to offer at least one healthy children's meal. Well, what is a healthy children's meal? Basically, it needs to include 2 nutritious options that are listed in the bill, as well as a healthy beverage. This bill does not prohibit any customers from selecting any other types of options. So simply put, the bill just makes healthy options more accessible and more convenient to our families, many of which we know oftentimes are utilizing restaurants or fast food because they're so pressed for time. And so being able to have access to a healthy meal as an option, as we continue to profess, especially in our communities of color and as of lower socioeconomic status, that as we saw that was prevalent with COVID, that pre-existing conditions made us even more susceptible to some of the complications surrounding COVID. We need to have a healthier community. I really want to thank all of my colleagues. It was Councilmember Jawando, I know, who talked about a public health crisis and how we need to make sure that we're having healthier communities. This is directly in line with what this bill is doing. And it's helping to instill a lifetime of healthy eating behaviors that are really important for our children to be modeled for our future generations. And the reason why it's important, we all know this, childhood obesity rates continue to rise, and there are long-term consequences and long-term health effects that are as a result of seeing these obesity rates. And the trend is concerning because, especially during the pandemic, as I said before, you've got obese children more at risk of severe illness from a COVID infection just as adults. So the same thing applies, whether you're obese as a child or obese as an adult, your risk of having severe COVID complications rises. Obese children are at least twice likely as non-obese children to become obese adults. So it carries with you throughout. And so if we're breaking that cycle early with our kids, we can actually help to promote healthier lifestyles as adults. And of course, sugar sweetened beverages or sugary drinks are the leading sources of added sugars in the American diet. And so it's associated with increased risk of type 2 diabetes, heart disease, obesity, and other chronic diseases. And of course, children, unfortunately, as we all know as parents, oftentimes eat twice as many calories dining out than they would at home. And so it's really important for us to make sure that we continue to provide these options. Again, we're not keeping anything from anyone. I want to be very clear about that. What we're doing is we're making sure that there's an option that's available to folks as well. A number of jurisdictions around the country have offered different sorts of policies to have default healthy beverages, but Prince George's and if Montgomery enacts this would be the only two counties in the nation to address both beverages and meals together as a part of our legislation. The American Heart Association supports this legislation, and I do want to thank both our beverage industry here in Maryland as well as the Restaurant Association of Maryland, who worked with me. We still, I think, may have some things that we need to maybe work out in terms of details, but we worked with them hand in hand at the beginning of the introduction of this bill. So we involved the industry in having the conversation around what it is that we needed to do to promote healthier meals. And I really want to thank all of them, as well as the National Restaurant Association, who launched the Kids Live Well program in an industry effort to make sure that we promote more healthy eating for our children and incorporate similar standards as a part of the bill that we have introduced. And so many of the restaurants are already doing this. We applaud them for that. I know that McDonald's, and I'm not just picking on one because I used to work for them, but McDonald's does and has for a long time promoted healthy options. And there are a lot of other fast food restaurants who do the same. I know Wendy's and others out there are doing this. But we want to see all restaurants who offer kids meals to make sure that we're having those healthy options, because what it does is it makes sure that it's more accessible to all of our parents and their children. And so I just really want to thank everyone who's worked with me on this. I want to thank all of our co-sponsors. I know that the county executive has been working on this for a long time and is supportive of this notion as well. And so look forward to its work sessions to where we can hammer out some of the details and then hopefully look forward to its passage. So thank you very much, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilmember Rice. Councilmember Joando.
Thank you, Councilmember Rice. Just really want to thank you for your leadership and on this issue. One of the things, as well as Council President and Councilmember Navarro and Hucker and everyone who signed on, this is such a great step forward, and it's a smart and right thing to do. I've mentioned before that the work that I was able to do in my previous life in the Obama administration, one of the best things I ever worked on was with Michelle Obama on Let's Move and on the Healthy Hunger-Free Kids Act. And that's just a study just came out last year. It's hard to believe that that was 12 years ago that bill was passed, and that kids have been eating healthier school lunches and better nutritional meals since, despite attacks on that bill. And it could have done even more. And this is a really smart local step to recognize trends that are already happening quite successfully. You mentioned McDonald's, Councilmember Rice. It was a great team up with our own local company, Honest Kids, which is a base company that in a few years ago, I think it was 2018 or 17, around there, they integrated that as a healthy option into the Happy Meal and reducing the sugar intake dramatically and calorie intake. And, you know, and if my kids are an example, they won't drink another sugary juice. If I bring them something else, they say it's too sweet. And that is a direct result of, it shows you can change patterns and behavior. You do not have to give unhealthy items or high salt or high caloric or high sugar items to kids. They will adapt, and you can do it economically in a way that makes sense for business too. So really happy to be a part of this, and I think it'll be a great step, and kudos, and hope everyone supports it. Thank you, Councilmember Rice and Council President.
Thank
and
you.
Mr. President, Councilmember Navarro is also a co-sponsor of the bill as well, so I thank her for her partnership on this.
And perfect, you teed it up well. She's our next speaker, Councilmember Navarro.
Thank you so much. Absolutely. Just wanted to express my appreciation. I think that it is important to have choices, and this is what this does. As Councilmember Rice Jawando said, you know, of course we can always tweak certain things, but I think having that opportunity is really important to make sure that when you are confronted with that menu and when your child is trying to order some other things, that you can point to these options as well. It creates lifelong habits. And as it was mentioned, I think that we've learned quite a bit during this pandemic, what issues around obesity and how that can really hinder your ability to fight, you know, these types of issues. So happy to co-sponsor and grateful that you guys have stepped up to introduce this.
Thank you very much. I should have noted that a public hearing is scheduled for February 1st at 1:30 p.m. On this matter. So thank you. That bill is now officially introduced. Next, we will be introducing Expedited Bill 222, Montgomery County Municipal Revenue Program, with amendments. The lead sponsor is the Council President at the request of the County Executive. So that bill is now introduced as well. And the last item on the agenda is the call of bills for final reading. Bill 3321, Personnel Employee Settlement Agreements with no rehire clause prohibited. Our Government Operations Committee recommends enactment as amended. Chairman Navarro, did you want to give an overview on this one?
Sure. Thank you so much, Mr. President. So Bill 3221, Personnel Employee Settlement Agreements with no rehire clause prohibited. The lead sponsor is Councilmember Hooker. The Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee recommends 3-0 the enactment of Bill 3221 with amendments. So the bill is introduced would prohibit the county from entering into an employee settlement agreement with a county employee related to personal dispute that includes a no rehire clause. Provides the Chief Administrative Officer or agency head the authority to include a no rehire clause under certain circumstances and establish a right to appeal for the employee to challenge the inclusion of a no rehire clause. The committee held 2 work sessions, and we adopted the following amendments to the bill. Limit the scope of employment disputes to grievances and appeals that challenge an employee's dismissal from county employment. Provide the county's Merit System Protection Board jurisdiction over an appeal of a no rehire clause. Establish the right for a county employee to appeal the inclusion of a no rehire clause in a proposed settlement agreement within 10 days of the CAO's decision. Require upon appeal the county to bear the burden of proof regarding its decision to include a no rehire clause, and make some technical clarifications recommended by the Office of the County Attorney. So those were basically the discussions that we had. We took the time to deliberate very clearly. There were a lot of things that are described in your packet, you know, that were brought up in terms of the direction of this particular bill and some of the components that you have in front of you. But the committee made decisions to move forward with these particular amendments. I want to thank Ms. Ludi McCartney-Green for staffing this item. And again, the Government Operations and Fiscal Policy Committee recommends this 3-0 as amended. And there you have it, Mr. President.
Thank you, Chair Navarro. And I'll note Councilmember Hooker, I believe, wanted to speak regarding the previous item, and I missed him, so I apologize for that. Councilmember Hooker, did you want to speak now?
It was actually, the request was on this item.
Oh, perfect.
The president. Yes. So I just want to quickly thank Chair Navarro and all the members of the GO committee for moving this forward and back before us, and want to thank Ms. McCartney Green for her hard work on it. And certainly I want to thank the NAACP branch for whom it's a priority, and former Councilmember Branson for bringing it to my attention as well and her insight on this. The automatic bar that we have in place places really an unfair burden on county employees that may have gained years of experience and knowledge and skills, and prevents their rehiring. So at a time, we're living through a time, obviously, when we are having a very difficult time hiring and retaining quality staff and replacing our attrition. So this bill, I believe, puts control back in the hands of managers to make individual decisions rather than having to follow an overly broad bill. It also enhances the employees' rights, and I think it's ultimately in the public interest and good for the county. We're a county that believes in second chances and judgment and discretion, and that's what the bill is all about. So thank you to the GO committee for moving it forward, and I hope everybody agrees. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilmember Hucker. So we have a recommendation from our Government Operations Committee. Are there any other colleagues that request to speak? Hearing none, this will be a roll call vote. Could we please call the roll?
Mr. Friedson.
Yes.
Mr. Friedson votes yes. Mr. Jawando.
Yes.
Mr. Jawando votes yes. Mr. Reamer.
Yes.
Mr. Reamer votes yes. Ms. Navarro.
Yes.
Ms. Navarro votes yes. Mr. Rice.
Yes.
Mr. Rice votes yes. Mr. Katz.
Yes.
Mr. Katz votes yes. Mr. Hucker.
Yes.
Mr. Hucker votes yes. Mr. Glass.
Yes.
Mr. Glass votes yes. Mr. Albornoz.
Yes.
Mr. Albornoz votes yes.
All right, let the record show that that also passes unanimously. And with that, that's our last item on the agenda today, I believe. Let me just confirm it is. So thank you, colleagues, and apologies again for the brief disruption this afternoon. I will work out the kinks moving forward. Wasn't feeling 100% at the beginning of the day, so I won't be as discombobulated next time. So thank you all for your patience and grace. Appreciate you guys.
You're doing a great job.
Good job, Gabe.
Feel better.
Thank you.
Yep,
thank you all.
It's a
And a
rest.
PCR test at 4 o'clock. All right, everybody. With that, we are adjourned today. Thank you so much.